Quantum decoherence. Have you ever had a dream so vivid, so real, that when you woke up, it took you a few seconds to remember where you were? For a moment, the dream world and this world, they were both equally true. Now, what if I told you that our reality, this solid, predictable world you and I are experiencing right now, is just the dream we've all collectively agreed to wake up into, and that behind it, there is a place of infinite possibility, a realm of pure magic, a place where anything and everything is happening all at once. This isn't a fantasy. This is the frontier of quantum physics, and the process that collapses that infinite magic into our single, boring reality is known as quantum decoherence. And it might be the most important idea nobody has ever heard of. To understand this, we have to take a trip to the very, very small, down beyond molecules, beyond atoms, to the fundamental building blocks of everything: electrons, photons, quarks. This is the quantum realm, and the rules here are not the rules we know. In our world, a thing is where it is. This coffee mug is right here, in my hand. It's not also over there on the table, and also floating near the ceiling. That would be absurd. But in the quantum realm, that absurdity is the daily routine. A single electron doesn't exist in one place. It exists in a shimmering, nebulous cloud of potential, what physicists call a superposition. It is, quite literally, in all the places it could possibly be, all at once. It is a ghost of probability, a ripple of maybe. Think of it not as a tiny ball, but as a tiny silent symphony, a chord of existence, where every possible note the electron could play is being played simultaneously. This is where the magic lives. This is the universe in its raw, unformed, divine state. Now, scientists have known about this for over a century. They run experiments that prove it. In the famous double-slit experiment, they fire a single particle at a barrier with two slits. And that single particle, if no one is looking, behaves as if it goes through both slits at the same time, like a wave interfering with itself. It's as if a single person could walk through two different doors simultaneously. The particle is in a superposition. But here's the part that bends the mind, the part that sounds like pure mysticism. The moment you try to look, to measure which slit it actually went through, the magic stops. The probability cloud collapses. The ghost becomes solid. The symphony resolves into a single, boring note. The particle is forced to pick a single location, a single reality. The very act of observation creates reality. For decades, this was the great, terrifying mystery. How? Why? What is so special about looking? Is consciousness itself somehow shaping the cosmos? Do we, by the mere act of perceiving, force the universe to make up its mind? This idea is intoxicating. It's powerful. It makes us the wizards of reality. It's the core of 1,000 spiritual and mystical teachings. The observer creates the observed. But what if that's not quite right? What if the problem isn't us, but something far more profound and messy? This is where our main character, quantum decoherence, enters the stage. Decoherence is the process that washes the magic away. It's the reason the quantum weirdness of tiny particles doesn't translate to our everyday world. You are not in a superposition of sitting on your couch and also vacationing in Bali. Your car is either in your garage or it's not. Decoherence explains why. Imagine our quantum particle, our little electron, as a perfect, pristine, solitary dancer in a vast, silent, dark ballroom. It's dancing all its possible dances at once. A waltz, a tango, a breakdance, a ballet. It is all these things simultaneously. This is its superposition. Now imagine we introduce a single photon of light, a single tiny spotlight to see the dancer. This is our observation. The moment that photon touches the electron, they become linked. They dance together. And in doing so, the electron's perfect, solitary, multiple dances get jumbled. The information about all those possible dances, the tango, the ballet, it doesn't vanish. It leaks. It spills out into the environment through that photon. Now, imagine that instead of one photon, there are trillions. The dancer is no longer in a dark, silent ballroom. It's in the middle of a raging, blinding, chaotic storm. It's being buffeted by air molecules, drowned in light, bombarded by the faint whispers of gravity and radiation. It is in a constant, violent conversation with the entire universe. This storm is the environment. It's the air in this room, the light, the heat, the cosmic rays from distant stars. It is everything. In this storm, the dancer cannot maintain its perfect, multiple dances. It's impossible. The constant bombardment, the endless sharing of its quantum information with countless other particles, forces it to pick a single, stable, classical dance. The magic of superposition is destroyed not by a conscious observer, but by the simple, brutal fact of interaction. The quantum information doesn't disappear. It becomes scrambled, spread out, delocalized into the environment. It's like a drop of ink in a glass of water. The ink is still there, but it's irretrievably mixed in. You can't get the pristine drop back. The coherence, the perfect phase relationship that allowed for superposition and interference, is lost. It has decohered. So, what does this mean for us? For our place in the universe? It means that the solidity of your desk, the definiteness of your body, the unwavering reality of the screen in front of you, is an illusion born of interaction. It's a consensus reality. We are all experiencing the world after the decoherence has happened. We are living in the aftermath of the quantum storm. We are not the wizards who collapse reality by looking. We are the archaeologists who dig through the rubble, the scattered fragments of a collapsed possibility, and we piece together a single, coherent story from the wreckage. Our consciousness doesn't cause the collapse. It witnesses the result of a collapse that has already happened, perpetually, driven by the universe's relentless need to interact with itself. This is both humbling and utterly mind-blowing. It suggests that the true fundamental state of the universe is this quantum realm of infinite potential, a realm of pure waves of possibility. Our classical world, the trees, the stars, you and me, is just a kind of stable, emergent pattern that forms when enough quantum particles get together and interact, when they decohere. We are a standing wave in a quantum ocean. We seem solid, but beneath the surface, it's all chaotic, probabilistic foam. Now, let's push this even further into the realm of the truly mystical. The most profound interpretation of quantum mechanics, supported by decoherence, is the many worlds interpretation. If decoherence doesn't actually destroy the other possibilities, but just scrambles them into the environment, then where did they go? What if they never leave? Think of reality not as a single path, but as a river constantly branching into delta. At every single moment, for every single quantum event, will that electron spin up or spin down? The universe doesn't choose. Instead, it splits. In one branch, it spins up. In another, completely separate but equally real branch, it spins down. Decoherence is the process that makes these branches lose touch with each other. They become so scrambled, so isolated, that they can no longer interfere. They become parallel realities. This means that right now, there is a version of you who chose a different career, a version of you who is an astronaut, a version of you who, in some other timeline, didn't click on this video. Every possibility that the quantum realm allows is being played out somewhere in the vast holographic tapestry of the multiverse. The you that is here now, listening to this, is just one thread in that infinite tapestry. You feel singular, but you are plural. You are a constant process of choosing a path through the garden of forking paths, unaware of the other yous walking their own. Equally valid paths, just a whisper away. This is where the magic returns, not in the small, but in the cosmic. Our universe is not a single, lonely reality. It is a multiverse, a roaring cascade of realities, a fractal explosion of existence, and we, in our limited perception, are simply tuned to one single channel on this cosmic radio. Decoherence is the static that prevents us from hearing all the other stations playing at once. So, what can we take from this? What does this mean for you today in your life? It means that the world is infinitely stranger and more wonderful than it appears. The solid ground beneath your feet is a miracle of stability emerging from chaos. The choices you make, the path you walk, is one beautiful, unique expression of a potential that is, in its essence, infinite. You are not a passive passenger in a predetermined universe. You are an active participant in the crystallization of reality from a sea of infinite possibility. Your journey is singular and precious, even as your other selves live out their own stories in the grand cosmic library of realities. This idea, this breathtaking vision of a holographic multiverse, is why I am so passionate about this subject. It reshapes our understanding of everything: consciousness, fate, and our connection to the cosmos. If this journey into the quantum veil has sparked something in you, if you feel that sense of wonder, then I have a few asks. First, like this video. It tells the algorithm that you crave more content that explores the deep mysteries of our existence. Second, subscribe to the channel. We are just getting started, and there are so many more wonders to explore together, from the nature of time to the illusion of consciousness. And third, I want to hear from you. Comment below. What do you think? Does this idea of a multiverse excite you? Frighten you? What would you ask your other selves in those parallel realities? Let's have a conversation. This is a community of cosmic explorers. And finally, if your mind is hungry for more, if you want to dive even deeper into this rabbit hole and explore how our reality might be a cosmic hologram, a projection from the edges of space and time, then I invite you to check out my book, Holographic Multiverse. In it, we connect these quantum ideas to the large-scale structure of the cosmos, weaving a story that is part science, part philosophy, and pure magic. The link to get your copy is in the description below. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Remember, reality is not just stranger than you suppose, it is stranger than you can suppose. Never stop wondering.